Yeah, mods. We get to do things like this in creative mode. This, yeah. Bum 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 dun 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 dun. Yeah, I should probably turn the sound on. That'd probably help. I don't sound less stupid. So yeah, this is a mod. It ends in some things, like this thing, this very, very broken thing. So that's in a new tab. Well, actually, two new tabs because it's gonna be even. This is made by Glorious Fuzzbucket. Also, this thing, never place it down in danger, because if you do, you will crash. If it gets damaged at all. I could show this, but since I'm not using my continual recording software, I'm not going to. It adds in a new unit, this thing, and this mod's so much better when you have Bloom on, by the way. Even it is worth the lag. A new energy source, the Advanced Combustion Generator, which is, it needs one solid input and the oil. It needs the oil. If you don't put the oil in, it don't work. It just is the way it is. I don't know why. All of these are the uranium stuffs. I don't remember, does this... No, this one's not... That is not capable. The only thing that is capable of mining uranium-238 is this. How does... I just realized something, like, there's no way getting uranium unless it comes from the separator. It adds in the surge, the titanium routers, those two. It reskinned the junction. It adds in surge conveyor, which is just a better version of the titanium conveyor. It brings in the inverted sorter, which has been previewed in the normal game. It looks like this. Adds in a new fluid, acid, which is basically cryo fluid, but different. Like, it's corrosive. Because, like, in the way it does 12 damage, and doesn't have the extra. I may need to suggest something to the dev. It adds in a new weapon, a nuclear launcher, the most broken weapon I've ever seen in this game. Super fucking broken. So let me give you the ins and outs of the titanium isotope, uranium isotope separator. It is slow. It is slow. You need thorium. You need uranium 238 to get 1 to 35. It's a slow boy. It's a slow boy, but it's worth the start. It is. Booster is 60 acid. You need that. Believe me, you need that. And this is the uranium centrifuge, which is essentially a better version of it, because what it does is, once you have 9 uranium to 35, you can add in 1 to 38. This is a faster production time, and also, like, well, it's not quite half, but way less booster required to, acid required to do the boost, and it outputs fuel cells. Right now, they're not used, but via the name, I have a feeling in the coming while it will have a purpose. But using the uranium unpacker, you can take apart. Now, also, warning, it needs to be a space apart. It needs this. If you don't do that, it will break. Believe me. So it basically takes it apart, and you can come over here, and again, you need the space. And basically, also there's a really annoying sound glitch going on right now. You can do this, and it is surprisingly effective. There's this, that sound glitch is really annoying, and this thing, it is. Let me show you. Where's that? Where's the thing? They're moving. My frames. Where is it? There it is. No, not rally. Attack. This thing. If you can see, that's 55.3. From my previous tests, this max it can get to 20. You can get to fucking 20. This casually. Oh, not really well, casually gets up to like 30, but this thing can get up to 55. There is only one way to take out that many items, and that is with this. Also, it adds in a glorious thing called the safe, which is basically just a bigger vault. So yeah, my recording software just shat itself. Sorry about this random cut. It's kind of abrupt and was unplanned. Sorry. Random cut mode. And also adds in a micro force projector. This thing is adorable, and I love it when it overheats. I don't know if I can show it because, well, reasons. It's freaking hilarious. This Surge Unloader. It's just a faster unloader. Way faster. Adds in 3 new mechs. Well, I call them mechs. I actually have one right now. The Sierra mech, in my head, it will forever be Slippy Boy. And that's why. You basically have to get wet to slow down. Like it's not so much of, God, the glitch is driving me insane. It's not so much of a problem most of the time, but on the one server that so far that we have, I'm not part of it. I'm not part of the build team. I wish I was. God, that noise. The server that is up for this mod, they consistently build Sierra highways because, well, they're ridiculously fast. They have a ridiculously high capacity. Let me just show you the insanity. 500. 500. 500. That compared to what we can actually look right here. In also 2 new enemies, kamikaze units, and no, that one's not new. Yeah, none of that's new. Just making sure. I played this game for a long time, and yet I still don't know all the enemies. So Sierra rescue / transport mech used for extinguishing fires and transporting bulk items. This thing, I love it. There's only one problem with it. It doesn't have a high power. Ion, powered by a portable nuclear fission generator, fires piercing radioactive bullets. This is probably the most offensive thing that I've seen since the fuck. I should know these by now. Big Boy, I'm gonna call it, because that's what I remember. It's got a weapon, nuclear repeater, ability, nuclear reactor. I've never seen the ability go off. All the other ones kind of have very obvious abilities, but like item capacity is 80 compared to this thing. Ability, slowness. Feel like its ability is insane speed. Oh yeah, the Omega, that's what it is. This pales in comparison to this thing. And then here it is, the Kilo. Slow, heavy, armored flamethrower mech used for dealing with high health structures. So basically concrete walls, which is, God, concrete walls. They look so fucking bad, but they're really good. They are some of the most powerful walls I've seen in a while. And 69. But this is an IO. This is Mindustry IO. Okay. On to the production buildings. So there's the acid mixer, the advanced, get out of here, advanced kiln. These are not in like proper order that you'd build them. Advanced smelter and concrete mixer. So these three all require water. This one requires oil. Usual here with the resources that you put in, it's the same as silicon smelter and the kiln. This one requires silicon and sand, which I'm not exactly the happiest with. It could have been a better material, but you know what? You gotta make do with what they have so far. And then here's the acid mixer, which is fucking dope. Why did I say that? What? I'm disappointed in myself. It's okay, I should say. And here's the concrete wall. The highest defense. Strongest defensive block, has no special abilities, spans multiple tiles. Health, 4,000. Versus Surge Wall, 3680. Now, there may be advantages of, like, doing something like this, because then you can lace the wall with patterns, and there's also still the defense. Why are you still spinning? It's just so good. Wait, can I not? Okay, I can. I was just very confused there. And I think that's it. This is a really great mod. For Android, you have to uninstall Mindustry completely, unfortunately. Utterly and completely. Like, you gotta get rid of your game. Classic, I don't know if that would interfere, but having the classic version on, that might interfere, probably wouldn't. and gotta get rid of your game. You gotta download for Android. You gotta download the AK something. I can't remember exactly what it was off of the IO website, Mindustry IO website. And if you don't know how to get there, in the main Discord of the game, there is a mods channel, and I think it's one of the newer ones on there as of recording this. That might change. Or actually, no, that will change eventually. And there's some changes to the weapons, I should say. Duos can fire uranium-238. I don't know if these ones had a change. This one can fire Metaglass. You're the same. Obviously, acid. I already showed that one off. You know, all these can take acid. Not that you would. It's kind of like, as far as I'm aware, it's still trash. This one had no special changes. This one can fire both types of your... Oh, that's gonna bother me. God. I need to at Fuzz and tell him, hey, you know, copper's, like, you know, you gotta put, like, a multiplier of some kind on there. This one hasn't had a change. I don't think this one has either. This is new, and it's fucking broken. If there's something that could survive that, not that I don't think anything has over 500 health that walks on ground. Do you? Oh, because I'm dumb. 9,000 health. Ignore me. I'm in dumbass. But still, that's a good chunk of its health, and it's getting knocked back anywhere from 1,000. Well, it's 1,000 area damage. So this is direct hit damage. This is area around it. So it's losing 1,000 health in the area around it. This does not target air. No. But it can damage air. I learned that the hard way. This fires Metaglass. This fires both kinds of uranium, same as that. And then this has no change other than it can also use acid, which doesn't really make sense for coolant, but, you know, Fuzzbuck does what Fuzzbuck does. There's been no changes to the fluids, unfortunately. I wish there was. I think that's everything. Thank you for watching and all that jazz. YouTube salutations, and please consider subscribing, liking, commenting, all that. Please do. I'm begging. Please. Please. Please subscribe. Do the subscribe. Alright. Bye, guys.